There are lots of reasons to go vegan. Whether you want to be healthier, you want to help the planet, or you think eating meat is cruel, there are plenty of veg friendly diets to try. So, here is a breakdown of the 6 main kinds of vegetarian diets. Hey everyone, welcome back to Health Insiders. And if you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe to learn more about health, nutrition, and fitness. Also, all of our videos are backed by science with the links in the description. Number 1. Flexitarian or semi-vegetarian diet. As the name suggests, a flexitarian diet is more flexible than other strict vegetarian diets, and it is designed for people who has not yet gone 100% meat-free. The main principle of flexitarian diet includes eating mostly whole plant foods, getting most of the proteins from plants instead of animals, limiting added sugar and processed food if possible, and incorporating meat and animal products occasionally. If you don't feel ready to a strict vegetarian diet yet, this can be a great stepping stone. In terms of what you should eat in this diet includes whole grains, fruits, legumes, nuts, and sometimes meat, and what you should skip are processed meats and fast foods. Second, pescatarian diet. A pescatarian diet is a plant-based diet that includes fish and seafood. While someone on a pescatarian diet will consume fish-based foods like tuna, halibut, salmon, or sushi, they will typically avoid other meats like beef, chicken, or pork. Whether a pescatarian diet includes dairy products and eggs tend to vary from person to person. Pescatarian diet might also help to keep your nutrients levels in a healthy range. A diet rich in nutrients can be a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B12, protein, and calcium. According to some research from 2009, this diet might also reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes more than other diets that include meat. That being said, you should keep in mind that eating a ton of fish can increase your risk of mercury poisoning, so be sure to stick to a low mercury fish like salmon. Third, macrobiotics. This type of diet was very popular in the 70s and for good reasons, and the diet is still revered for its health benefits. Some folks argue that macrobiotics is more of a lifestyle than a diet, and it is advocate for a chemical-free organic food. You mainly eat a lot of vegan food and the occasional plate of fish. A typical macrobiotic diet consists of 30% whole grains, 49% seasonal vegetables, 20% proteins, and 10% seaweed, nuts, or other seeds. The macrobiotic diet excludes meats and dairy, so you might have to stock up on iron, magnesium, calcium, and vitamin B12 supplements. In terms of what you should eat while being on this diet includes whole grains, seasonal vegetables, legumes, nuts, seaweed, wild fish, and what to skip includes meat, poultry, and processed foods. Number 4. Lacto-ovo-vegetarian diet. When you think of a vegetarian, you're probably thinking of a lacto-ovo-vegetarian. This is someone who does not eat meat, fish, or poultry, but does eat dairy products and eggs. You can also be a lacto-vegetarian, which means you're eating dairy but not eggs, or an ovo-vegetarian, which means you're eating eggs but not dairy. Balance is the key part of lacto-ovo-vegetarian lifestyle. To make up for the missing meat, make sure your diet of iron from like tofu or tempeh, vitamin D from like fortified cereals and milk, protein from like soya products, beans, and dairy and eggs, and vitamin B12 from nutritional yeast, eggs, and fortified foods. Next, vegan diet. Unlike lacto-ovo-vegetarian, vegans don't eat any animal product, including all meat and fish, dairy products, eggs, gelatin, and honey. A vegan diet is based solely on plant foods. This includes fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, seeds, and legumes, including beans, peas, and lentils. A vegan diet may incorporate plant-based milk and dairy products, plant-based egg substitutes, and plant-based meat replacements like tofu, tempeh, seitan, and jackfruit. The term vegan refers to more than a person's diet. A vegan lifestyle also means you don't buy clothes from any animal product like leather, silk, and wool, or beauty products with animal-derived ingredients like beeswax. Research suggests that a vegan diet can have multiple health benefits including reduced risk of heart disease, reduced risk of certain cancer, lower blood sugar levels, and weight loss. That being said, make sure you are getting your nutrients you need. Eat lots of foods high in iron, vitamin D, calcium, and B12. You can also opt to take vegan vitamin supplements. And last, raw vegan diet. This diet is super restrictive and many people swear by it. You can only eat foods that have not been heated over 115 degrees Fahrenheit. The main idea behind it is that fruits and veggies have more nutrient value when they are raw as compared to when they are cooked. In general, a raw vegan diet is considered to be safe, but it can be hard to get enough calories when eating this way, so you may have trouble maintaining a healthy weight. Keep in mind that raw fruits and veggies can carry harmful bacteria. To avoid food poisoning, be sure to wash them before eating. This diet also comes with a high risk of deficiency in several nutrients including calcium, vitamin D, vitamin B12, iron, omega-3 and protein. Alright guys, the 6 main types of vegetarian diets are: number 1, flexitarian or semi-vegetarian diet; 2nd, pescatarian diet; 3rd, microbiotic diet; number 4, lacto-ovo-vegetarian diet; number 5, vegan diet; and last, raw vegan diet. Alright guys, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys walked away by learning something new and a little bit of motivation to start your own vegetarian diet journey that suits your style. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It will mean the world to us. Also, tell us in the comment section if you're currently following any sort of vegetarian diet. I love reading your comments and I respond to every single comment that you guys send. Once again, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in next one. Peace.